Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 2, Episode 1. Northern Water Tribe has been saved. Now we're going to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Aang has mastered waterbending. 2 down, 2 to go.
Yep.
You excited? Anything you want to say to the people? All right. I've seen Avatar. Lindsay hasn't. Let's see what happens this time. Check out Patreon to get 2 weeks ahead of uncut reactions, 1 week ahead of edited reactions. Let's check it out. Book 2, Earth, the Avatar State. Little recap, kind of? All the times he was in this mode.
Yeah. It's by far an escalation and way more terrifying.
I mean, I like the way that it was built up, though, because like when he was like Roku, you know, when he channeled Roku, that was a big deal.
Ooh. That's cool.
Where's
I was
Appa?
in the Avatar state, but I was outside my body.
Where
He's
is
probably
Appa?
sleeping underneath.
I was scary.
I want you to have this. Contains water from the spirit oasis. The water has unique properties. These scrolls will help you master waterbending. No substitute for a real master.
Master Katara.
That's so cool.
Take care, son.
Aw, you couldn't have given him like a nice knife or something?
Stefan will provide you with an escort to Omashu. Begin your earthbending training with King Bumi.
Appa, yip yip.
Back to Omashu.
That's fun.
He's the perfect trainer for Aang, because they're best friends.
Beautiful.
Who knew floating on a piece of driftwood for 3 weeks with no food or vultures waiting to pluck out your liver could make one so tense?
Always looking on the bright side, that Iroh.
3 years ago today, I was banished. I lost it all. I want the Avatar. I want my honor. I want my father not to think I'm worthless.
I'm sure he doesn't. Why would he banish you if he didn't care? That came out wrong, didn't it?
You know, that's certainly a point to be made.
Ooh, what's this?
Right.
This girl.
My brother and my uncle have disgraced the Fire Lord. May have mixed feelings about attacking members of the royal family. If you hesitate, I will not hesitate to bring you down.
These guys are like super firebender guys.
I'm afraid the tides will not allow us to bring the ship into port.
Do the tides command this ship?
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Tides would not allow us to bring the ship in. If I were to have you thrown overboard, tides think twice about smashing you against the rocky shore. Worry less about the tides, who've already made up their mind about killing you. And worry more about me, who's still mulling it over.
That's pretty badass.
That's such a hardcore line. I love that.
Welcome, Avatar Aang, Appa, Momo, Great Sokka, the mighty Katara.
I like that.
Whoa. They're making a real big deal about this.
We're all amazed at the stories of how you single-handedly wiped out an entire fire navy. Can't imagine what it feels like to wield such devastating power.
No, I guess you can't.
Try not to think about it too much.
It's pretty traumatic for me.
You're ready to face the Fire Lord now.
What? No, I'm not. Still needs to master all 4 elements.
Why? With the kind of power he possesses,
Sure.
power enough to destroy hundreds of
I mean, from what everybody knows, he turned into a giant kaiju and fucking Godzilla to everybody.
That was a very specific circumstance.
Yes.
We could cut a swath right through to the heart of the Fire Nation.
Right? But I don't know how to get in or out of the Avatar.
Yeah, and wouldn't it be even better if he had all
So
the
it's
powers
decided
he's
then.
supposed to?
I'll help you figure out how to get into the Avatar state, and then you'll face your destiny.
Aang's pursuing his destiny his way.
While you take your time learning the elements, the war goes on. That's the infirmary. And those soldiers are the lucky ones.
People are dying, Aang. You could end it now.
Or he could just get killed, and then you'll have a literal infant tasked with saving the world for you. That's how she's cool. She's got lightning abilities.
Yes.
She's a Boruto character.
Hair out of place. Almost isn't good enough.
Lightning bending.
Hear that in the distance.
General Fong?
Come in, Aang. Have you thought
Isn't
about
that
this
fucking
question?
crazy though?
That's really cool.
I'll fight the Fire Lord.
Speed running. We're speed running the main quest. I mean, he has a point. Every time he's done it, he's like completely trounced everything. He goes Super Saiyan and summons the power of the ages.
Going into the Avatar state. And no, that's not the right way.
Remember when you took out the Fire Navy?
There's a right way to do this.
Just blow it up and stop that Fire Lord.
If you two meatheads want to throw away everything we've worked for, fine.
Katara, I'm just being realistic. I don't have time to do this the right way.
Classic woman. Always making it about her.
Has a natural stimulant. In an ordinary warrior, it
Drugs.
improves strength and energy tenfold. In you,
It's
it
ginseng.
may improve
Doesn't he say ginseng?
I,
Didn't he? I don't know. I'm imagining it.
Is it working? Is it working? I can't tell.
It was like matcha.
Myself.
It's cocaine tea.
I guess he could talk the Fire Lord.
I guess it could canonically be like a cocaine, the same coca leaf tea they give you when you climb, like, is it Everest or Kilimanjaro? They give it to you because it helps your breathing, because of the atmosphere before you climb the
you
mountain.
guys ever think that maybe him knowing, mastering all of the different things is what's gonna like let him go into that state?
from each of the benders. Now I will join the four elements into one.
I guess
Shh.
Earth, air. Together as one.
see,
It's not.
you're getting the
Do you
point.
feel anything?
You're like this close to the way.
Look at these magnificent shells. Enjoy these keepsakes for years to come.
We don't need any more useless things.
Hello, brother.
What?
What are you doing here?
In my country, we exchange a pleasant hello before asking questions. Uncivilized so soon, Zuzu.
Call me that!
What do we owe this honor?
Must be a family trait. Both of you so quick to get to the point. I've come with a message
Sharpen
from
nails.
home. Father's changed his mind. Family is suddenly very important to him. He's heard rumors of plans to overthrow him. Family are the only ones you can really trust. Father regrets your banishment. Did you hear me? I just gave you great news.
I'm sure your brother simply needs a moment.
Don't interrupt, Uncle. I still haven't heard my thank you.
Wants me back?
I can see you need time to take this in. I'll come to call on you tomorrow. Good evening.
Do you remember when we were at the air temple and you found Monkey Atsu? I'm not saying the avatar state doesn't have incredible and helpful power. Watching you be in that much rage and pain is really scary.
We still need to do this.
I don't understand.
More and more people die. I'm already 100 years late. I have to try it.
I'm not coming tomorrow.
After 3 long years, it's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
That's exactly what I was
I've
gonna
never known
say.
my brother to regret anything.
Did you listen to Azula?
Azula.
Father realized how important family is to him. He cares about me.
I care about you. And if Ozai wants you back, may not be for the reasons you imagine.
You don't know how my father feels about me. Anything.
I only meant that in
I love this
our
framing.
family, things are not always what they seem.
You are exactly what you seem. A lazy, mistrustful, shallow old man who's always been jealous of his brother.
I think he's older than the Fire Lord as well, by the way. I think. He definitely
He
looks
looks
older.
like it.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna look that up.
Sokka, wake up. I don't think we should be trying to bring on the Avatar
You
state.
sure?
Yeah.
It's so weird with his hair down.
Do you think the general will be mad?
What can he say? You're the Avatar.
Yeah, what's he
He
gonna
knows
do?
better than-
Lots of regret. Lots of
Yeah.
big, strong,
Uncle, you
strongly
changed your
themed
mind.
episode.
Oh.
Family sticks together, right?
Finally going home.
It's so sad because it's not good. It's clearly a
knows.
trap.
That's why he's going with him, sticking with him through thick and thin, even though he doesn't want him to.
So I guess that's it. Only reach the Avatar state when I'm in genuine danger.
I see. I was afraid you'd
I
say
see.
Pretty
Oh my
much.
god.
Just kills him.
Bold of you to think that you.
Attack the Avatar!
Could you imagine how insane it would be, like plot twist wise? This doesn't happen in the show, but because it's a bit too far. If the Earth Kingdom wanted to win the war so badly that they killed Aang, they wanted to kill Aang and then
So that it would
planned
go
to
to
kill.
them?
Well, it would go to the Water Tribe,
Oh.
and then they destroy the Water Tribe to get it to the Earth Kingdom.
This is horribly ineffective. If you guys think that this is really putting me in danger, sorry, it's not.
Shit.
Brother, uncle, welcome. Set our course for home, Captain.
Raise the anchor. We're taking the prisoners home.
Oh my god.
Your Highness.
What an idiot. What an actual idiot. He had one job.
That's how that guy's dead.
I like how he gets thrown into the water too. How the whole thing of like, oh, you're gonna die in the water if you mess with me.
He was like, you lied to me. And then she walks away. She's just like I've never done that before. Did you hear that?
Make sure Aang's okay.
Let me just see if he's okay. Literally fighting for his life.
Trying to force Aang into the Avatar state. Good bird force.
Maybe you can avoid me, but she can't.
I think you're underestimating her, but
She's a woman. What could she do? Oh, that was your special
Pocket
water,
sand.
wasn't it?
No.
Oh.
Don't hurt her! Katara!
You could save her if you were in the Avatar state.
I'm trying.
Hmm.
I'm sinking. You don't need to do this.
Apparently, I do.
Jesus.
This is the definition of careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
All right, now we just need to contain him and send him to the Fire Nation.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that he should really try fighting her.
Father blames uncle for the loss at the North Pole. Considers you a miserable failure for not finding the Avatar. Why would he want you back home? Except to lock you up where you can no longer embarrass him.
Ow. She's not even
Yeah,
using fire.
I was just gonna say she's not even doing like anything. Wow.
He just redirected the lightning.
That was sick. Really cool too with how when he did that on the boat.
Yeah, he
previously.
redirected. That's
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
That's really cool.
He redirected an actual lightning bolt.
Okay, buddy. Well, it's too late for you now.
What?
Excuse
Wait,
me?
what? Oh.
Oh.
It's time you learn.
Whoa.
The Avatar state is a defense mechanism to empower you with the skills and knowledge of all the past avatars. The glow is the combination of all your past lives, focusing the energy through your body. In the Avatar state, you are at your most powerful, but you are also at your most vulnerable. If you are killed in the Avatar state, the reincarnation cycle will be broken, and the Avatar will cease to exist.
Yikes. This is not very good.
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
I hope you never have to see me like that again.
Are you joking? That was almost perfect.
You're out of your mind.
Find out a way to control you when you're like that.
You're out of your mind.
Oh, sorry.
Figure it out on the way to the fire.
Anybody got a problem with that?
Still want an escort to Omash.
I think we're all set.
Thanks, but no thanks, you guys. You stay on
yeah.
the Great Wall of China or whatever this is.
Anyone who harbors these traitors will face the wrath of the Fire Lord. Be no place left to hide.
Oh boy.
I think we're safe here.
Pretty unfortunate haircut.
Yeah. At least they're not lore accurate to Japan's historical haircut. 'Cause it would be a lot worse. That's one of the best episodes.
That's a that felt like 2 episodes. It felt like extra, well, maybe not 2, but it felt extra long.
There's a lot that happened
Like,
there.
there's so much. This guy, just an absolute joke.
The General Fawn, is that his
I
name?
also love how it's like, I wonder what could help him get into this state. Could it be infusing him with all of the elements in a potion? It's just like, sir, I don't know what you're trying. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting because it's like the fact that these are shown side by side, these 2 stories, it's like Aang is trying to do things the right way of learning everything properly and spending your time and becoming spiritually connected to the avatar state and stuff like that and doing everything properly. And they're trying to like speed run it and fast track it and take a shortcut. Mm-hmm. And then the scene that precedes that is Azula, who we now know is Azula, Zuko's sister, who's doing like lightning bending and is pissed off that a hair is out of place when she's doing lightning bending. So she's trying to be like perfect. So she's like the opposite extreme of the Earth Kingdom, what they're trying to do. They're trying to like end things super fast, and she's trying to, she's like being extra harsh as well and uncompromising.
I like that she's very smart. I really appreciate that. Coming in with the trick, because she's very powerful. She could have theoretically just surprised him and attacked him and captured him. You know what I mean? Like, if she just waited till their uncle was out. They wanted to catch him too, but you know what I mean? Like, because she's clearly really strong and really powerful, but
her cunning is what is really scary.
It's good. And obviously throughout the series, we've seen Zuko be very smart as well and have really good plans.
But he just made a huge mistake. Like, what was he gonna fucking do?
Well, that's the whole thing. Is it's like his whole thing is that he's very smart. He's very able to plan stuff, but he's also very emotional. Yeah. Whereas his sister seems to have all of the same like cunning, but none of the drawbacks of being an emotional person. Yeah. I'm sure she wouldn't, ever put herself in a position where she's gonna let the Avatar go. Yeah. Or, mess up in all of the ways that Zuko has messed up over the course of the entire first season. Yes. But it was so sad how Zuko just got tricked so easily. Like he got so tricked because she just came in and told him exactly what he wanted to hear. And then what's so sad is just like his uncle is just so good. He's just so good because he's just like, I don't know, but like he just always does just like this amazing thing where he's just like, I don't know about that, but I'll let you make your own decisions and still be there to support you. It's just like his unwavering stance on anything, and it's obviously because he's made bad decisions in his past, but he was allowed to do that. But I'm assuming no one was there for him to help him when those situations come up. So he wants Zuko to live his own life and make his own mistakes, but he doesn't want him to, he doesn't want him to, learn about consequences in a way, but doesn't want him to get, killed or captured or something crazy. He's very glow with the flow. He knows that Zuko has his own journey and is not gonna prevent him from following his own destiny, whatever that is. He'll guide him on the way, but it's not his job to like stop him from doing whatever. He doesn't want to stop him and make him compromise his own desires. If he really thinks that he can get back in the Fire Lord's good graces and he wants to try to do that, maybe that's part of his path, and he knows that, even if he maybe on the inside disagrees with that or doesn't think it's the right thing. But now, all cards are on the table. They are not welcome back in the Fire Nation because they're being hunted by Azula. I also love that two of like the most badass things that we've seen him do are like diffusing something, like redirecting the lightning. It's just very cool because a lot of people, it's like, oh, they're so badass because they are attacking people, but he's really badass here because he's like diffusing the situation. And he's strong enough to be able to do that without retaliating in his own way.
And again, like, yeah, redirecting the light. Like, Azula harnesses it and, like, creates it within herself, but he, like, redirects it like he did with the lightning bolt.
Which is so cool, because it's really cool, because in that moment, it's, wow, that's crazy, it makes sense, but that's really cool and really crazy. And then here, she has found a way to, like, harness that for herself, instead of just, you know, it being a thing that is compatible with their bending in nature, you know?
Yeah.
And that's cool.
That's so cool.
I like that. And I also just got so sad when Zuko, like, was like, oh, really, you're gonna come with me? And just got, like, so happy. That was just so sad.
And then we saw, like, a flashback of something.
I was thinking that was probably when they were leaving the Fire Nation.
Oh, where was it here?
Maybe. Oh, well, he has more hair, so maybe not. I don't know. Or just that he's always been there for him. It's so sad. Yeah. Interesting with the drawback about. I do like having that drawback of, like, okay, here's the reason that Aang can't just do this, besides it being, like, kind of short-sighted anyway. But it's like, not only would he die, he would also not get reincarnated.
Yeah.
Because if he died, even if he was gonna get reincarnated, that would still be terrible. Because, like, he's already
you live to fight another day.
And he's already trained up enough, and he's, you know, he's still a kid, but he's not a baby, you know?
Yeah.
So. Very, very interesting little lore.
Yeah, I always thought it was just a really cool idea for a power, like, especially because it's set up so well, but they never say it until the right moment. Like, you know, the Avatar is all about, oh, he reincarnated, you know, he comes back, or, you know, he disappears, or he comes, you know, all this shit, everything that's set up, and then there's just this thing that keeps happening, and they don't have a name for it, and I feel like I didn't say Avatar state. I feel like I was just saying, like, he's going all Super Saiyan, going crazy every single time. But, like, you know, it's the fact that it's built up as a thing, and then they make it like a hard, like, after seeing it a bunch of times, now there's a name for it. Now it's like a thing that is a part of it, and the fact that it's in a system of reincarnation, that the ultimate power is that you can use the experience. You know, he goes to level 1,000 whenever he goes into Avatar state. He uses the battle prowess of all the previous avatars combined at the same time.
And it also makes sense that depending, like, if he's drawing on all of them, why it's been like, okay, originally when he would go into the water, like, he would bend water usually. And that's obviously because that's what he was working on, but it was also more applicable in those situations, whereas in this situation he's tapping into earth bending and doing more of that, which is cool. I hate the freaking guy here. He sucks.
The general, I love how everyone's just like, yeah, fuck that guy. Like, all the other soldiers are like, this is sucks.
They're like, yeah, we do not want that, please go and get properly trained. It's like, oh, the war is raging on and people are dying. Why don't you go and get yourself killed in this war? It's just, like, very...
I mean, like, if all the stories were, hey, this kid turned into a giant fish god and destroyed thousands of fucking enemy soldiers in, like, 10 minutes. Like, I don't blame him for thinking, hey, maybe we could use this to our advantage. He like, Aang performed an act of destruction, the likes of which the world has never seen. He harnessed the power of the fucking ocean spirit and destroyed all of these extremely advanced tanks and fucking battleships. You know, so the fact that they're thinking, hey, this is pretty useful, maybe we could figure this out. Maybe we don't even need, you know, just destructive power is so overwhelming, we don't need to wait. Maybe we could save thousands of our soldiers and just end the war. Yeah. You know, it's not an unreasonable thing to think. And I think that it's important that this is the first episode after that, because it's exactly what we should be thinking as the audience. Like, if after we see Aang do that, like, how do you, from a power scaling perspective, how do you scale that properly? And this is the answer to that. They get the answer that if he dies, and if they're somehow prepared for it, or if, you know, if something happens, it's over entirely, and there's nobody who can save him after that. So you know, it's an important episode, an important thing to do power scaling wise. If they didn't do this, we'd just be saying for like ever, oh, you know, why doesn't Aang why don't they just like keep the ocean spirit fish around, you know, in a jar,
threaten it every once in a while.
Yeah, and then Zuko or you know, or yeah, whatever. We just like give them the thing, and then they like try to kill it or something, and then he like we can just unleash Aang everywhere as Godzilla. You know, why do we do that if it's so important? It doesn't need to die. We just have to live with a red sky forever before it turns all black and white for a second, and then you know, we just sacrifice somebody with some moon spirit power to to save, or you know, whatever, whichever fish, like, you know. Yeah, why don't we just do that? We'll just perform some rituals, like, yeah. So it's important that you could say you hate this guy all you want, and he was getting a little bit carried away, but he should be we should be thinking like him. Like if I was in this war, and I was thinking that like not in a kid's show, in a real war where like I'm in charge of maybe 10,000 troops under me. And I know a bunch of their families. There's like I'm trying to help everybody out, you know. And I just learned that we discovered the nuclear bomb, and then this kid does, you know, these people don't want to use it just because, you know, they want to go fucking adventure around the world and ride on some seals and bunch of bullshit. I'd say fuck you. I'm capturing you, and we're gonna force you to destroy them. Yeah. So. I don't think it's that unreasonable. It's just unreasonable in this context. If this was more gritty universe and more like really serious and like adult, I feel like that would be the kind of thing that would actually happen. You know, they would really try to like harness that and just say fuck it.
I also like how none of the Earth people are wearing shoes.
Yeah.
And I imagine because there's a bunch of earthbenders around, they keep their streets very clear. Because if there's any dust or pebbles, you can just get you don't even have to brush them to the side. You just put them back in the ground.
Yeah, it's an interesting detail. They're all barefoot. Probably important for manipulating the Earth to be connected with it. So.
But just also, I was thinking that, but then I'm like, I feel like it's cooler if there's just never anything on the ground that they could step on. Like, we don't walk outside
like, what, a Lego?
No, like
they're
rocks.
Rock people.
Rocks! Like
you don't think they're stepping on any rocks? They're rock benders. They bend rocks.
I feel like they're like pointy little rocks.
You don't think their feet are hardened?
Okay, fine.
What are you talking about? No, I feel like it's cooler if they don't step on any Legos. That to me is the cool lore bit of this. Not that, you know, they're connected spiritually with the Earth or anything like that. I just think it's way cooler that they have street sweepers or whatever. What are you talking about? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, Parson.
I don't see.